if you're going to take that job as president, you're going to swear under an oath into the office. I don't care if you're a policeman, you're going to place your hand or up as if it's on a fucking Bible. Not a Quran, we know what it is. Place your hand up, we know it's not a fucking encyclopedia. Can we agree upon that?
Yeah, it's the same.
It's not a math book, it's clearly a holy fucking one.
It's the Bible. Everywhere.
It's not something you can argue with or mistake. Okay? It's just, it's not, it's like Muslims go to Mecca once in their lifetime at least and go around that cube counterclockwise. Yes, it's counterclockwise for a reason. It's like, what I'm saying is that it's a cube for a reason, and it's that you place a template on your arm and your hand. It's a black stripe strap that's leather specifically around your arm, and it's a wailing wall. You know, wall is law backwards, and wailing is like Saturn. This, you know, you're trapped inside the cube, and the cube responds to your phonetic sounds. Your language is a virus. What I'm saying is that blood, this language, writing it down, your intent. You don't know how you're gonna, like people say, this blood over will thing. You say, I will do this, but you don't know how you're gonna fucking do it. You intend to do something. I don't know how I'm gonna do certain shit, but I intend to do it, so I know that these demons, like I tell you, I don't care if it's a demon, an angel, a god, or whatever it is, they don't have blood of their own to spill up. This has to gotta be sinful. The most powerful substance in the universe is your blood. It's a blood sacrifice. I don't care if it's a little pinprick, if it's a boo-boo from work. You've written down very specific shit that if somebody picked up a piece of paper, they would phonetically sound out of their fucking mouth. I intend to be whatever it is you fucking wrote down. You know what I mean? For you to write anything past that, it doesn't make any sense. I tell you clear up. I only write very specific. I intend to bring forth heaven earth, read the sword of God. Get everybody Israelite. Pass into guard beat. Forgiveness for their filthy souls. For you to go past any of this type of shit, I'm telling you, it's the devil. Nobody around me would think to write anything other than the shit I told you. Because it's got to be completely selfless. The proper application of this force is selfless. So, when I say people have a language virus, they have a time virus, they have God virus, they have mortality virus. Listen, I can go on and on and on and on. They got
shoe virus and all this stuff.
Scorpio virus is the perfect thing. Like when I say, look, people say you have ads on your channel. That doesn't cost you money, and I give all the money away to the people that are helping make YouTube videos. How did I get you guys to jump to make these videos with me doing plumbing shit? It's that I'm giving all the earnings to them, and I'm buttering them up just to throw out stupid phrases like "hell or whatever." You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And you see how I was in the last video saying very specific shit because that shit was placed into my head, like my boss said down. If these fuckers can't pull a tape measure off a wall and make a fucking mark, and now all this shit's got to be moved over. So, come on, it makes sense. We can rub it in her face. You know, he's empowered me to do certain shit. And what I'm saying is this type of thing. This virus is not. I don't have a language virus. When somebody around me who you consider to be important, like a boss, a wife, a friend, or whatever, when they see what can I get? They get my head. I bow down like I'm a Chinese fucking person. You know what I'm saying? What I'm saying is I literally do what? I bow down before people that are around me, and I give them this type of focus of, like, don't you dare ever say I love you around me. You say those, I'm gonna fucking shove it. Everybody around me already knows what it means to say that shit in reverse. It's you know what I'm saying? People around you don't know that shit. They're all language virused up. They have monkey virus. They really think they're gonna fall floating through space as a monkey. They genuinely believe that they're an accident. There's no way that they can grasp the reality, the real reality. Like when I say, you still think I'm fucking crazy, and I'm telling you, it's the devil. Who's standing behind the bush? What is it? The Holy Spirit. The only reason I can see this shit is because I made a blood sacrifice. Now I'm allowed to see it. It's like, at this point, it becomes a funnel. We're being called home. I'm gonna be like the first rain that goes through the fucking the funnel, and then everybody's gonna come pouring through. It's gonna be like an avalanche where nobody can stop it. Then it costs you anything. I'm gonna get myself to the location in a nice new ship with everybody. And then with that power, because nobody can step across the gate first. If they could have done it, they would have done it already without asking for fucking penny. I'm telling you. You think it costs lots and lots and lots of money to do something that this is your birthright? For anybody to even suggest that this would go down the path of worthless paper money, yeah, person, that there's a God's trust on it. Yeah. This is so over their head. There's no way they can comprehend this shit. They still don't believe in a creator. I'm telling you, you're being watched non-stop 24/7. The creator knows every when you're sleeping, knows when you're awake, knows if you've been bad or good, so you better be good for goodness sake. You know, Santa comes down the shit chute in the fire, and you better have some milk and cookies left there, right? We're going to the land of milk and honey. This language, all this shit, the songs, ring around the hood. Except when I say people have this language where they can't see basic shit, like the vowels and the exclamation point and all the symbols. You think all this shit's an accident? They just make it this specific way and this way, and it all comes together like a figure eight if you put the candy cane and the question mark together. And what I'm saying is that you're on that chessboard right now, that mythical chessboard. You know, that sun above your head is conscious. It's a living, conscious being. That sun, you know what I'm saying? That sun. I tell you, where does Satan get all this power? I look at the sun and I say, very specific tones I throw at the sun. I'm your man. I'm here to bring forth heaven and earth. In your name, and I remind you often to get all my power from where? The sun. It's like, you see what I'm saying? That is not an accident. That is the collective consciousness of the whole. So, for you to go, like, what I'm saying is that
Like Jesus freaks. This is
if it's a hot day and you don't look at the sun and speak your intent, that's your Mithra up there. That's Apollo. That's the creator. I'm telling you. That's that mythical being right there watching us all, paying attention, taking notes, taking fucking names. I'm telling you, like, picture yourself, it's like a record with the sun is like the needle on the record, and you know, it's playing a specific tune, and that tune is being played because somebody stepped up and is saying very specific shit to that sun right now. Like I said, I hope everybody plays dumb and plays stupid. It's just I don't see how anybody can not play stupid. They don't have any chance of catching up to this intelligence at this point. They still have to get over the hump that they're not an accident, and they're not floating on a ball through space as a monkey, and that there is an exit, that there is a prize. You know what I mean? For them to even grasp this kind of stuff, they still got to come to terms with the flat Earth type shit in the dome, and that every compass is attracted to the opposite pole. So the north side of a compass is seeking a south pole. You know what I mean? This type of stuff. You know, they're worried about 5G cell towers and shit. What the fuck?
Yeah.
I'm sorry. You know,
Like I just don't see how people can get there like any other way besides like divine order.
they have viruses. You're going to need to eliminate your viruses first because, you know, you have this, like when I remind myself, and this should flip people out because I say, you know, this drinking of the vagina blood, I remind you often, it's the elixir of immortality. It gives you the eyes to see shit nobody's going to see. So, you know, that flips you out.
Yeah, that's where it's all going.
And that flips a lot of people, and I want to flip you out because, look,
It's the black sun.
nobody's going to go, people get flipped out when I know it flips you out. I mean, come on. I know it flips you out. How does that flip you out? This is the elixir of immortality with healing stuff. This concept of having to harm people, to bite their neck or something. No, you need to be in some sort of, you know, holy type of relationship with another person. It's like the cell. It's like a cell splits, you know, it's one cell and it splits into two. It's, you know what I mean? It creates, it expands. This is like, what I'm saying is that there's something mystical about this whole thing, and people don't even want to research it. I mean, it was reserved for kings and someone who would be stepping up as Satan. This is the type of thing that's reserved for Satan. So when they show you Satan with the fangs and shit, what I'm telling you is that this is the funniest shit. What people go online looking to how to become a vampire.
That's what we meant for like Satan's elect.
You should not be laughing your fucking after you learn this shit. How could you not be laughing? Why would somebody harm someone else with all these women out there bleeding through their vaginas? This mystical stuff. Your neck doesn't bleed out mystical shit. I know you donate your blood and shit, but it's not the same thing. And what I'm saying is that we're going to be bathing in this vagina blood of the earth. This is not an accident. The fact that I was brought down this road to begin with shows you something. That if I'm telling you about it, and showing you how ridiculous people are that they would be flipped out by this, doesn't make any sense. I mean, you never went down to your girlfriend that time of the month. I mean, this is like crazy stuff. So when you see, like they say, Jewish people or whatever, it's like you